can't follow this, you follow comings and goings of the higher ed committee. Not here to witness this very, very special day. We have, this is probably the first time, at least in the years I've been chairman, Senator Stavisky has been either chair or ranking member, that we've had 6 appointees. So we'll take one at a time, just make sure the members have the, make sure everyone's got bios. So
Does everybody have a bio?
I do.
Okay.
Anybody need bio material?
Nope.
That's the one you have, I think. There's the other 2.
I have one.
Senator Stavisky and I had a brief discussion with the members who will be hearing, and we've asked them to state their background briefly, as you could read their accomplishments, and each person, I think, is well qualified for the appointment by the governor. And let's move to the first one, Mr. Ferrer. Why don't you sit next to Senator Krueger? Yeah, you know, maybe you should sit there after, because everyone is seated.
No,
on
we don't
the
make it
side.
easy. This is your first
That's a
pet.
nice walk. Okay. Yeah. Floor is yours. Let me just indicate we have our ranking member, Senator Stavisky, Senator Parker.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, sir. Senator Krueger, Senator Ritchie, Senator Funky, Senator Rivera.
Senator Golden in the back.
Senator Golden.
No.
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 No?
No, he is, no, Senator,
Ex officio.
he is not a member of the committee, but Senator Golden is like a roving New York City member. So,
Shepherding my flock, dear Chairman.
we understand. We understand.
He's the minister of penitentiary.
Right. Okay, great. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the committee. Thank you for making this time for not only me, but for all of us who are seeking your approval to sit on the City University Board of Trustees. For me, not only having been an elected public official for 2 decades, but as a public servant for more than that, before and after that particular part of my service. City University is a very big deal for me personally and in my household. My wife is a double alumna, Lehman and City College. I got my master's degree from Peru. Cousins, sisters-in-law, nephews, and nieces have all gotten their degrees at City University, and it's been for them, as for all of us, an important step in our development and our ability to contribute back to the city that nurtured us. As you know, I'm also a member of the MTA board, having been appointed and approved by the Senate 5 years ago. And that service is very satisfying to me too. stubborn public service gene, and I presume that is what impels me to view this not only as the high privilege it is, but an obligation when you are asked to serve. So I look forward to it and to answer any questions you might have.
Quick question.
Yes?
I know Mr. Ferrer for many years, so I can speak very highly of his accomplishments and his ability to play important roles in the organizations that he serves on. My one question is, either the MTA board that you currently sit on or any other position you currently have, would it be in any conflict with your fiduciary responsibilities to the CUNY board if you became a member of the CUNY board?
None that I can foresee, and if there is something that I cannot foresee, I will be the first, one, to walk over to the council and get an opinion, and two, to declare, to recuse myself if a conflict arises. I don't foresee one.
Thank you.
Senator Parker.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I also, so Mr. Ferrer, thank you very much for your service, both past and currently. I've have more of a statement really more than a question, but I've known Mr. Ferrer in various capacities over, I guess, 25 years, and his service has been, really, really stellar on every single level, particularly on the issue of education, where he's really has really taken it up as something important in all that he's done. And so I'm excited about his role on the community board and the work that I think will be done there along with the other nominees that are coming on board. And we work very closely with my former council member, Clark, and we joined her on the board. The only drawback is that he's from the Bronx, and I wrote some of that. His the residential efficiencies, but we're sure that. But thank you very much, and I'm very excited about that.
Thank you, Senator. Someone has to do this.
Yes, everybody can. Well, then try.
I can't afford it anywhere, they have to move to my district.
We've been joined by Senator Grifo. Any other questions, Mr. Ferrer? Yes.
Very
Senator
good.
Rivera.
Not a question. I also have known Freddie for more than a few years. Thank him for his career in public service, and as he says, he has a gene that does not allow him to go quietly into that good night, and we are the better for it. So thank you so much for agreeing to serve here. I'm very proud to support him, and I'll move the nomination if that is required.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you all very much.
I think we have a vote by signing.
Maybe do it when they've all left the room, do them all when they've left the room. Oh, yes.
Yes.
So maybe at the end, at the end.
Absolutely. Yes. I think if you see, because they're all on the other side.
I can't see where I'm saying.
Ms. Linares Garcia.
Kevin, let the pray.
I tried to suck it in, but.
No, don't do that.
Want to tell us a little bit about yourself and then be available for questions?
Thank you so much for having me today. So excited to be considered for this opportunity. CUNY has I'm here because of CUNY. I'm here because of the foundation that CUNY has set up in my family. I come from two parents that are first generation graduates, Dominican and Puerto Rican. And if it wasn't for that opportunity to be able to go, they went to City College and met there, and became teachers and educators. So education has always been a very strong foundation in my household. They were professors also at City University as well. And being able to set that foundation, as immigrants that come in, it's so important to have CUNY come in. I have family members all over. I have not that spent 8 years at CUNY to be able to not just learn the language, but become an engineer, and I work for the arts department for up to 13 years now. I have a little cousin that's going to City University Architecture, School of Architecture, which is very prestigious, and we're all very proud of her. These are just opportunities that are given, and it's a passion I have. My background, the nonprofit work, international, I had to travel around the world. I had my own business at a certain point, and then went into public service, and now in the private sector. So I've had, in a way, I'm just humbled to be part of such board with so many dynamic individuals, to be able to not just bring what I can bring to what this board is, which is a lot of passion for our youth. I'm also a mother. This is my third one. And it's important to me to be able to have this institution grow and continue to flourish as it has. To not just give the opportunities of the past, but our future. And I'm very excited for the opportunity. And, I think time is very important, being able to be present. I take my time very seriously. I make sure not to be part of too many boards or things like that, so that when I am part of it, I can be there and can be present. And this would be something that would be a high priority. And I did that even before submitting a priority to my current employer, so that they are aware that this is something that I want to invest both time and energy on as well. So I'm happy to answer any questions.
So that the members of the committee know, both myself and Senator Stavisky mentioned how important attendance is, both on the full committee and whatever committees they serve on. So we take that attendance, and I think the board members have taken their responsibilities seriously. Is there some area that you are going to make an interest of yours while serving on the board?
If given the opportunity, I'd love, to explore the different committees that I can be, but the student experience is important to me, because that's what keeps them there, that's what keeps them to their masters and goals, so I'm very interested in that.
That's a great area, that is. Any other questions?
Mr. Chair.
Yes.
Thank you. I have the same question for each of you. Are there any other boards that you sit on or in your professional life for your job that you see as potentially having a conflict with your fiduciary responsibilities if you're on the CUNY?
I currently am not part of any other board, and just shifted to the new job that is a little bit more flexibility than my last job. So I don't have any conflict of interest at this time.
So you work for Coca-Cola now?
Yes.
Do they contract at all with CUNY? Are there any kind
Actually,
of contract?
CUNY is a Pepsi customer.
Oh. So don't let her try to shift it to and just say.
So when the contract is just starting, so you have another 8 years before anyone's knocking on your door.
Thank you for that answer.
Any other questions? I just want to mention that Mr.
It's bad
Ferrer
for the kids anyway.
is replacing Valerie Beal, and the term will expire June the 30th, 2023. Ms. Linares Garcia is replacing someone very prestigious, Mr. Chairman, George Finn. And the term expires 6/30/2020.
Chairman Schmidt's term expires in time.
Yes.
So this, I want to just clarify this. This is a new appointment for a full term. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Sandra Wolfton. We kind of move things around. That's all right, Mr. Thompson.
Not looking. Only if I don't get cold.
Good morning, Senators, and thank you for the opportunity to meet with you today and be honored today. So, thought about this.
Wait, raise your voice just a little bit so Senator Gribble can hear.
Oh, I can. I thought about this for a while when I was asked to become an assessor. And it reminded me of why and what happened when I first had the opportunity of going to Kingsborough Community College. It was actually a difficult time in my life. My father, who graduated from City College, had just passed. And my mom was what we now call stay-at-home mom, but then they were moms. And with a fifth grade education, who had to first go out to work to support a family, my sister and I. And I thought my grades in high school weren't that great anyway, so why go on to college? I'll just go right to it. And a mother who had really a lot of street sense really wasn't going to allow that to happen, you know. Couldn't see myself in a four-year program. I didn't have the grades to do that, and was able to get into Kingsborough College, Kingsborough Community College. It really changed my point of view. The faculty there, the commitment of what they expected of you as a student, even at the ripe old age of 17 at Kingsborough, helped me understand that it was important to get an education. It was important to understand that you may have difficulties in life, but that you have to see how to get through that and the importance of getting an education. In so doing, I continued on. I actually got pretty good grades in Kingsborough, which surprised me, except to see that I got in bio. I still remember that. But that I went on to both NYU and then to Hunter. And I can tell you that the years at the CUNY system is one of the best systems that are around. It really made a difference in terms of how I envisioned myself, and gave me a little confidence in knowing that I can do that. Went on to becoming a nurse, and then becoming one working in the construction industry as a woman-owned business. And as a result of my experience with CUNY and my experience especially at Kingsborough, one of the areas that I am particularly proud of with my company is that we focus on mentoring the firms that are doing construction. And it is a very, very big help and a focus to help the firms that are there and being able to mentor them. And it is a lot to do with the experience and the education that I got from Kingsborough, and knowing that things could be hard, but that you continue and you put a drive behind you and have the passion and the heart to do something. And that's really, if I was to, in terms of the question that you asked previously, as to what a focus would be on the CUNY board, it would really be an opportunity for the students to see the opportunity of the building industry, which is a fantastic industry for both women and men, especially the technology side of the industry, and being able to focus on the small business and giving those opportunities and showing that to the students that they can be able to have the experience, and maybe they can come and have their own business in New York. So hopefully that's something that we can have the opportunity to work on.
That's great. You also, are being appointed as a community college alumnus. So you bring a couple of things that, you've talked about it, your experience coming into the system, and that's what community college is supposed to be, the gateway to higher education, and you took advantage of it or went on, and also to be an advocate for the industry you've spent so much time, and I might add, being a woman, to be a role model for other women to say, hey, that's something I wanted to do, and I could do it. So, questions?
Let me just say, I think that's a perfect, almost an advertisement for CUNY. The faces may have changed, but the mission is really still the same. And I know you must have you been back to Kingsborough recently? Because my husband taught at Kingsborough at that time, many years ago. And it was nothing but Quonset huts. And today, it's a thriving, flourishing, beautiful campus. I think you're going to be a terrific addition to the CUNY board. I know that you have recently moved, with all apologies, to Queens, because we too are entitled to a representative on the board. I think even statutorily, I think.
This is a.
She's from Brooklyn, it's okay.
But at the same time.
Again, it's just my throat. I know it is.
But we think globally, and we want to see CUNY, obviously. And I particularly noticed that you have the Bachelor of Science in Nursing from Hunter College, which I know the articulation agreements, these are areas where I know you can be helpful to the CUNY board. As you know, I'm a supporter of the Bachelor of Science in Nursing as a requirement for future students, not old students, not the current students, but I congratulate you. And when I saw you, I recognized you right away, even though I had never put a name to the face. So again, congratulations.
Thank you.
Other questions? Yes.
Hi, I know Senator also, I feel like this is old home week today with all the nominees. But I'll ask you the same question. Does your business do any kind of work with CUNY, and how would you balance the fiduciary responsibilities of your business life and your board responsibilities?
Yes, we looked at it, good question, and we looked at that very carefully to make sure that if there is even if it looks or perceived to be any kind of conflict, one, I would recuse myself, or in the fact that if there's any issue with that, then we would not proceed with the kind of work or project. This is a very important to me, and we would take that very seriously.
And Mr. Chair, I'm sure you know that CUNY has its own construction
Yes, they do.
unit, so to speak, and given Sandra's background and expertise, I'm assuming that might be one of the places where you play a role in the CUNY board. Has there been discussion of that?
Yes, in fact, we'd love to, and I had the opportunity of starting an organization called Women Builders Council. I co-founded. It doesn't have any conflicts with the women. But what we did was we had the opportunity of meeting and having programs for small businesses, minority living businesses. He has a great program to encourage goals for minority and women businesses and small businesses to make sure that they don't have a seat at the table, so to speak. They do work, and I would love the opportunity for, especially on the mentoring efforts, to make sure that those things are
Just one more quick. So actually, I have 3 CUNY campuses in my district, Baruch, Hunter, and the Graduate Center. I suspect Baruch and Hunter will start to chase all of you down very quickly on capital construction issues that they are having crises with right now. So just an item for, the future chair is shaking his head, yes.
No, I fully expect it.
Yes, you fully expect it, so just things to add to your list of things to do. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
I just wanted to add, I quite frankly checked the construction company to make sure that there were no union issues, and it should be noted that it's a union-friendly business.
I would say to you, Senator Kruger, that the president of Hunter has been a one-person lobbying show on her building.
Yes.
And that issue is right there in the middle of my district, so I'm very aware of that. But I can have the Brook College president follow you around also, because he also has a real issue with one of his buildings.
Lots of people follow me around, so one more. Sandra's replacing Philip A. Berry, and her term goes to 6/30/2023. Any other questions? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Thompson?
Mr. Chairman, distinguished members of the committee, let me thank you for taking the time out of your schedule to be able to hear from me today. It's being on the board of CUNY and being the chair of CUNY. In some way, when you look at my family and its history, my family has definitely been influenced by the City University system, and particularly Brooklyn College. It is